Greetings, everyone in the chat, everyone viewing online. We're at No Glitches Allowed 2026, and we are ready for our next game. The game is Plushie from the Sky. The category is glitchless. We love to see it. The runner is Mash. Take it away, Mash.
Hello everybody. Yeah, this is Plushie from the Sky. This is a game that was released a few years ago, made by a solo developer known as Fishwind. This cute, adorable jank game will be cute and adorable for all of just this title screen and get weirder and weirder and sillier as we go on. That being said, thank you for upgrading the incentive so that we actually have to play on the hardest difficulty on New Game, which is going to be upgraded, so that'll be fun. So we get to play the game on what is known as normal mode, which is significantly harder. It's essentially hard mode. New Game Plus has a harder difficulty attached to it, but that involves carrying over our upgrades and stats and things, which we won't be using. That being said, we're all ready to go, and we'll be able to have plenty of time for the host, myself, and Exy, who's joining me on comms. Hello, Exy.
Hello!
And,
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you back for another plushie time with more content involved. So we're gonna go ahead and yeet that save there, so we start a fresh, brand new file. At the very top is my New Game Plus file that is currently a +2, and the way the game works is every time you clear the game and you reload the same file, you carry over all of your stuff. The game gets a little harder and, you know, fun stuff. But anyways, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, and let's get plushie.
Let's go. Let's get weird, chat. Are you ready to get weird? Let's
Yeah,
rename No Glitches Allowed to Only Weirdos Allowed for this run.
So right out of the gate, we're playing a character here who's one of two twin sisters. We will talk a little bit more about them when we got a little bit more of the cutscenes that are built into this run, which is another reason I enjoy it. Since we're doing this on glitchless and we're currently in the prologue, Fishwind was very kind enough to give us all of the tools that we need to, you know, be a speedrunner in this game, which is very, very nice. This game is very much like a Dark Souls-esque style game. It's not quite Dark Souls, but you'll see quite a bit of familiarities to mechanics from kinds of games like that. So we're going to ascend these rocks. Normally, in the any%, we'd be doing some like out-of-bounds shenanigans to kind of zip up here twice, and that would save about 30 seconds to a minute, roughly, if the zips work out correctly. So we got the pinwheels so we can sprint, and now we have the balloons so we can glide further and use less stamina. I think the most important things that I'll mention coming out to the end of the prologue, where we have our entire toolkit, basically, and we'll get a few more as we go, is that for normal mode, because we're playing on it, stamina is a huge concern, and we need to manage stamina quite a bit throughout the run, a lot more than we would normally have to pay attention to. So there's going to be some upgrade chests that we'll get into, and I'll talk more about them, that are very important for us to route and pick up. Unfortunately, there is some RNG involved with them, which we'll discuss once we get there. But in the moment, we have a bit of an opening cutscene here, so if the host would love to start us off with a message, feel free to do so. You have about 30 seconds or so.
Okay, first I want to say what chat is thinking. I don't remember movement like that in any Souls game that I've seen.
Yeah, the movement is going to get a little sillier as we build speed and get levels and allocate those into our stats back and forth throughout the run, which is the one interesting part, is we get to do that a lot more in the glitchless run.
And I will say we do have an incentive open for the character choice bid war for LEGO Racers. There's 4 different choices on that, as well as a milestone. If we get the $1,250 before Sekiro, or by the end of Sekiro, there will be some super bosses at the end of that run.
Nice. Please do get those donos in, help push the incentive, save the doggos. Also, we wave to the moon. It's very, very far away. We're gonna go ahead and pick up this first chest here. Unfortunately, it was health, which, I mean, because we're playing on normal, a health upgrade early is not a bad thing. Having maybe 1 or 2 of those throughout the run with the RNG on the chests is okay. There's 3 possible upgrades to get out of those chests, and that would be stamina, shot upgrades, which is the little stars that we shoot at enemies with our projectile attack, and the health, of course. And I'm going to pick up this next chest here and hope that it's one of the other 2 that I mentioned. It's double health. Unfortunate. But anyways, Xe, I'm going to focus on this upcoming boss fight at level 1, and you can go ahead and, talk about some things and your impressions of this game thus far with chat and
I would love to. I would love to commentate and speculate on this game. This game, I love watching it, and it does have Dark Souls vibes. But to me, it also has like Little Nemo vibes. If anyone knows about that, it's got that. Definitely is an aspect of this that I really enjoy, and it is very surreal. It has a lot of surrealist influence, I feel like, and this person is, we don't know who it is yet. We're gonna find out the name later. Which I assume is a deliberate design choice.
Yeah. The element of surprise, and there's quite a few surprises in this run.
There's a lot of lumpy guys in this game, which I think is cool. And I do like that there is a little bit of RNG, but there's not a whole lot. So you do have a few factors that you have to consider, but it's not like everything's ruined if you don't get exactly what you need right away, right?
Yeah, the runs are still finishable. The worst that could happen is things take a little bit longer. Also, there's little baby monkeys chasing us around that we're going to give a little smack with our monkey plushie. It's kind of ironic. All right, and now we know what the boss theme is.
If you ever see something with a key in its back, go the other way in your life. If you ever see that in real life, don't engage, because they're kind of mean.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get meaner.
All the bosses in this game also have like kind of desperation attacks.
Yeah, little limit break type things.
Yeah.
And now we know it's the Troll King.
Yeah. Yep, the name reveal finally happened. So we're just gonna play hooky there, and then I'll show off the ice physics with the sprinting and moving. It's kind of funny.
It's great. I love it. It's so janky and weird and cool.
Yeah, there's like a lot of jank to get used to with this game, but it's part of the charm. I have enjoyed picking this up and playing it.
It's like consistent jank, right? It's not like totally random jank. It's like stuff you can use.
I mean, the jank is pretty consistent. I mean, there is some additional jank on top of that can happen, but that's more to do with like the enemies and how interesting the bosses are designed.
Previously unknown walls that may have shown up.
All right, I broke the camera there when I left the zone early because I'm allowed to, so I just checkpoint resave and it fixes it, so, there's no glitch happening there. It'd be incredibly difficult to play the entire game with a broken camera, so we just do that to fix it. We allocated back away from melee damage into speed so that we can move faster. And that helps with our stamina usage a little bit. And then in the air, and you can stay in the air indefinitely if you perform the right action simultaneously, which is to roll, jump, and hold your pinwheels out with the balloon. And if you time it right, you can have some stamina come back in between. And obviously it's better if you have more stamina in general, because the recharge is a little bit faster. We're going to be picking up these ghosty friends, which will be very useful for charging up our attacks against bosses and things. And shoot those projectiles to destroy those archer monkeys so that they aren't shooting us. And we're going to save, restyle, allocate back into melee damage, and then we're going to go finish up the stage with another boss fight.
I love being able to respec like that on the fly. That's a super cool thing that I want all the time.
I really enjoy that. That's part, like, just normal game mechanics. Really
Let
nice.
us do it, devs. Let us do it all the time.
No punishment for respecing to find new strats is always fun. Anyways, Troll King's back.
A little bit different. Troll King Plus. I think that means his one arm is a little bit longer. I think that's what that means.
I mean, it looks like he's carrying like a monkey in his other arm. I don't know what he's carrying. So we have some ghost friends following us until we use them to power up our ability. We're hoping the Troll King cooperates here, but he's a troll. So he might just not do that. And we want to knock him over so we can get him stun locked, because he jumps around a lot otherwise. And I missed. That's unfortunate. Really unfortunate here. We also don't have access to some of the essential stuff until a little bit later here. Yeah, he's not. He's doing things.
He's doing his thing. He's doing some stuffs.
My plushie's broken apparently. It's not charging up.
It needs
There
to
we
be
go.
reupholstered, perhaps. Oh,
Yeah,
there we
so
go.
sometimes the button for the charge ups don't, and your melee just can stop working, and you have to like swap to trying to do another action to fix it. But yeah, so we're taking advantage of the fact that we have all those ghosts following us and trying to stun lock the boss a little bit here to get in that damage, because those charge up attacks do so much damage to help us with the difficulty increase. All right, cool. Troll King's done.
Got him.
All right, so you know what that means. Hi, what are you doing? Also, pay attention to the strings that are now visible.
So is this the same Troll King or a second Troll King?
This is the same Troll King. That's why he's got the plus.
Yeah. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, we got a little bit more Troll King. Which I think kind of fits with the upgrade incentive a little bit.
And he's a little bit angry.
Oh yeah, he's very angry. Yeah, so compared to the first time we fought him, we have to actually like crouch to block incoming damage, because he's actually gonna hit us now instead of us just waiting to dodge. And we just gotta wait for him to whittle his own health down on the desperation attack here. I
Why are
love
you
how
hitting
cute the
yourself,
faces
Troll
of the
King?
ghosts are. The ghost faces look like they're almost like little puppy dog faces if you're looking at it on the screen.
And those are the things that you consume when you use your
Charge ups? Yeah.
charge
Yeah.
ups? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna spank him a little bit, break the floor.
There's
We're
a lot
gonna
of
go
butts
down.
in this game.
Yeah,
You
we're gonna
know.
be smacking a lot of butts. So we're gonna open this final treasure chest here. Oh, man, all health? Wow. Okay, thanks, game, for being absolutely mean.
Not really what we're looking for, but that's okay.
Yeah, 3 health early. Like I said, not the greatest, but it's fine. I hope that bunny got picked up before I went through the portal, because there might be implications if that that didn't come through. Power-ups in this game are a bit finicky. I mean, let's just put it this way: power-ups can kill you, and I don't know how that works. But well, I do. It's just not an easy thing to explain.
Much like this cutscene.
Yeah, it's like I can't really explain the cutscenes. Most we can do is theorize and enjoy them.
These are vibes. They're just vibes.
Yeah,
You get an impression of what's happening.
this game is definitely a vibe and a fever dream all under roll into one. Okay, and we do have the bunny rabbit. I just wanted to confirm that it wasn't locked still. We're gonna get 2 more plushies throughout the run. 1 more at the end of this stage. We're gonna go around some balls. Pick up another chest here. Please be something that I need. Okay, shot upgrade is good. Preferably want stamina at this point, but the shot upgrade will help with the next boss. So yeah, we're gonna be following this balloon riding bear for a little bit now. Through this magical forest.
Yeah, a bit of a weird woods situation.
And these lizards are annoying because they're just gonna ring those bells like crazy.
You know how they do. Lizards always be ringing bells.
Yeah, they ring those bells and they call more of their little friends. And obviously we don't want to deal with them, so we're gonna avoid them. So now we have our sleeping bag, which is very important for recharging our health when we need it. It's essentially our Estus flask if you're familiar with Dark Souls games. Pick up that ghost, and then we're gonna open this other chest here and hope for stamina. Shots is okay. I mean, I will take it. I'm not gonna complain about power-ups. All right, so we're gonna reallocate into range damage for the next boss, and we're gonna fight a giant cactus. He's a very thorny boy.
Ooh, hello.
And then we got that ghost there, so we're going to charge up the rabbit here to do a little bit of extra damage. The nice thing about the rabbit is we get a speed boost across the board for like every action we do, which is why it's preferred to use it when you're actually doing runs as much as possible, outside of some combat situations a little bit later in the run.
I gotta say that things with more legs than they need are extra terrifying to me. Like, that cactus does not need that many legs to get around.
Yeah.
But it's got them.
Small tide save I did there during that transition on the boss dying there is I hit the turtle into the hole there to generate a wind vent so that I could get up here faster, because otherwise I have to try to whack the turtle over there, and it's a little bit interesting. Sometimes they don't cooperate.
It's okay to whack the turtle. They've got shells. They're fine.
Yeah, we're just, yeah, they don't take any
I
damage
kind
or
of like
anything.
it, actually. It's fine.
So another stat reallocation here into movement speed, so we go fast again. I'm gonna super jump there, and then we're going to, well, I mean, you could argue about the context of what I'm about to do here, but we're gonna fly across the entire level, because that is just mechanics that you can use, and as long as we have stamina, we don't have to worry about it. So instead of walking across all these bridges, we're gonna stay inbounds and go over the entire level, because there's nothing stopping us from doing any of that.
If I could not walk across a bridge and fly instead, I would do that. I'd do that every time.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go right over top of the stage. There's nothing of value or importance down there, just a lot of enemies and platforming that we want to avoid. So it's just safer up here. There's a bunch of toads that we went over to, and you don't want to be in that toad party. When I was casually playing this game and I landed near the toads, I didn't realize that they just go ballistic and shoot bubbles like wildly at you.
Yeah.
All right. So next boss. We're here a level ahead, which is good. So we're at the next boss here. And we're going to reset allocation back into range damage, and here we go.
Nice.
Exy, you can take it away from here, because I'm going to need all the focus for this fight.
Oh yeah, this is Sleepywood, and Sleepywood is not happy, as you can tell by its title. And this tree, you know, I don't know if you know trees, when they get mad, and they shoot all kinds of stuff at you. There's no floor in this arena, so Mash has to be very careful to not fall. And also shoot this guy, who again has a key in his back and some strings attached to him. That, you know, what's that about? We don't know yet.
Yeah, everything's got a lot of keys right now and strings.
Yeah, the iconography, the imagery is powerful. I don't know why this tree is in the sky. That's something that I did not get from the lore, but, you know.
Phase 2 of the fight, it is possible, very, very difficult on normal, to one-cycle him. It's really, I wouldn't say it's super free on easy, but it's a lot easier to one-cycle him on easy, especially when you're doing glitchless, because you're so much stronger in comparison. But yeah, normal doesn't really help us being stronger. It's still difficult. So thanks for upgrading the incentive. Oh, bubbles. Oh, that was a lot of bubbles.
No, thank you. It's making it more fun.
He dodged that, unfortunately. Yeah, boss dodged the attack that I threw there with the charge. So that's unfortunate. So I need to go around the arena. There's only 3 platforms now compared to earlier. And yeah, that hit. That's good. And we need to go pick up those ghost friends and help us. Oh yeah, there's tornadoes. Yeah.
That feels not good.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if they, you know, pulled me in. Alright, so I need to go by the boss here to get to where I need to go, but I can kind of do this. Hi.
On the way, sure. A little bit of smacking.
3 damage, why not? Before he jumps away. I have to go follow him anyways over here.
This tree does not have a butt, as far as I can tell. So
there is no chest on that platform, which is unfortunate. Okay. There we go. Okay. Woo! We got him. All right, cool. All right, boss down. So we just gotta wait for him to, you know, do his desperation, and we're just gonna kind of chill here and here. Take it away, Motos. You have some time.
All right. I thought we could get some background on the charity that we're supporting with this event, which is Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Way back in 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obenhouse lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date, with no signs of slowing down. So that's what your donations are going through. You can go to gorescuedogs.com/success stories to see some photos and stories of their successful rescues and adoptions to date.
Thank you for those wonderful words. Yeah, Exy, there was some stuff that happened. You want to fill us in? What's going on now?
Oh, we've landed in the Meteor Valley, and if I'm correct, you need to be hit by a meteor. Is that true?
Yes, so there's Meteor RNG, which is almost always a time loss, so we're hoping for fast meteors, which is fun.
Meteor RNG. I'm trying to make a thing. It's not really working.
Thank you.
But
I'm not very funny, unfortunately.
We do want to be hit by the meteor to trigger a cutscene. And
I tend to let my games do a lot of the humor for me, unfortunately.
No, that's my job. That's why I'm here, partially to make the jokes that don't work. Okay, we did it. You did it.
Yeah, we got Meteor RNG. It took a little bit longer. I almost was able to get that free chest. Anyways,
do we know who this person is? This thing is that's grabbed us. Do we know who this is?
I don't know, but they yoinked our donut.
They yoinked our donut, which is unfortunate because now we have to go to hell, which is the rule.
Yeah, that's the rule. If you don't have your donut, you get sent to hell. Anyways, the other thing is at the end of the Ent boss with the Pistol Sleepy Wood, we picked up an elephant plushie, so that's our third out of 4 plushies that we'll make use of starting from this stage going forward. And again, the lack of stamina right now is going to hurt my speed through this stage, which is probably the scariest portion of the run now. Just because of the impact that stamina has on the run in general. I'm going to do some stuff. Xe, you can continue.
All right, so we have descended to the proverbial underworld, the literal underworld, I suppose. Or is it literal? Are we dreaming? Are we awake? Maybe we don't know. It's very surreal. We're gonna try to get, what did you get? Did you get the good thing?
No, I didn't get stamina yet. I'm
Okay.
0 for stamina still, unfortunately.
We gotta get some stamina, chat. So if you can just generate those vibes, generate some stamina vibes.
Give me
for
your
us.
energy, please.
We need that stamina. We need to be able to do more with our body. And I will say, if I was the character, it's just fun to watch, but if I was this actual character and spinning this much, I would be sick like immediately. I would have to take some medication to be spinning this much.
Yeah.
But that's
Can we get some
now,
$5 donations for stamina, chat?
oh, please, please give us some stamina money.
Very
that would be
appreciated.
delightful. And these people down here have the legs that can kick you. I love this designer because they have a way of making sort of very mundane things that are still very creepy. And these bodies down here that kick you, the eyeball lasers, they all freak me out in a way that's like, you know, you wouldn't necessarily suspect. And so we also have to light the underworld because the underworld is dark, and we want to be able to see things as we navigate through here, while also sleeping, taking little cat naps as necessary, as you do in the middle of danger, without worrying about it. And yeah.
And we're descending further. I'm gonna hopefully get stamina.
Come on, the good stuff. Give me the good stuff.
No,
That's not the greatest stuff. That's the worst stuff.
I mean, we will be very thick at least. Oh, okay, all right.
Oh,
okay, I'm
whoa.
just getting launched in the stratosphere here.
The lumpy boy took it out on us. It's not cool.
I mean, yeah, thankfully he didn't send me too far into the stratosphere because the checkpoint would have been just up before I came down here. Also, I need to relight these torches because I've gone out. or else our little friends that are chasing us will not be very nice.
Yeah, that's a Gru type situation happening also. I forgot to mention where if you don't light the lights, then the things get you.
Alright, I need to cap this plushie lit because the plushie on fire does way more damage, as we can see, especially
As you
with the
might
elephant.
suspect. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it really helps with the elephant.
I don't know if I can get behind this idea IRL.
Burning an elephant? It's not a real elephant. It's a plushie.
It's a plushie. Yeah, yeah. Alright,
Just
so...
burn. If you're swinging something, it's better if it's on fire.
Yeah, so allocate back into speed, and now we get to outrun lava, and I picked up grabby hands, so I can climb now. So that's fun.
But I will tell you what, this is my least favorite type of thing to do in a platformer when they're like, oh, the lava's coming. You better get out. Let me tell you how many times I almost quit Silksong because of that. This appears to be a little not as complicated, not as difficult, but still, I don't like that pressure. I don't like that pressure.
I mean, the jank with the movement makes it difficult, if anything.
It does, yeah, I can see that.
Alright, trying our luck. There's not
Good
too many
stuff, give me
chests
the
really to get in the run. Oh my.
Come on! It's not random anymore. It's malicious. It's malicious NG.
Fishwind, are you rigging the chests on me? Is there something I need to know?
Oh, there's a secret back door. That would be delightful and terrible. Don't do that. Give us the stuff.
Yeah. So because we're lower on stamina, I normally wouldn't go for this, but I'm going to try to get this one.
Gotta do it. We need the stuff. Give me the stuff.
Yes!
The stuff we got.
It was okay. It was worth the extra check there, because normally I would be done picking up chests. We've already got like over 6 now, and I would be done picking up chests if we got stamina earlier. But because we didn't get a whole lot of stamina, we got nothing but health and a couple shot upgrades. I probably want to get at least a few more of the backup chests throughout later in the run that normally would have been cut out. So at least there's flexibility with the routing, that there is some chests to find along the way.
Yeah, and that was good, and it doesn't take too much time. I like that you can put those in if you need them.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I get used to with running this game is dealing with the fun jank and silly RNG, so it's always interesting to have those runs where it's like, yeah, I know I'm in the red the entire time, but you know, you'll get that moment when things kind of just fall together towards the end of the run, and then you could land with a really solid finish.
I like this sequence. This is a fun sequence for me as you just dodge while you're
Approaching
because
the boss.
that demon lord is freaking out right now. I can't hit him. I can't hit him.
Got no idea what's coming. Also, during the cutscene, I can still be moving towards the pillar that I need to climb, which is kind of fun. All right, so we're approaching the demon. Also, the moon's in hell. Apparently, it's very red though.
Ooh, is that the same moon?
I don't know how much I've been able to show the background as I've been moving around, because the screen, I need to have control of the screen. But yeah, the background design and just the world design is really, really fun to show off.
It is delightful, and you can tell how much work and effort they put into it.
Yeah, initially that started off at like really, really high number, where it's like counted down to like half of what the distance was from when we started the run, which is kind of fun little thing to keep note of.
It took me a while to realize that that's what was happening, that you're tracking the distance to the moon, and that's very cool. That's a very cool thing.
All right, so here we go. Fat Demon Lord. Exy, how much of the mechanics do you remember? I'll let you try to fill in while I focus.
For this fight, almost none, but we can do it. I can figure it out on the fly. The Demon Lord is spitting things in the air that are homing in on you. Oh, you gotta hit them back. Oh, that's delightful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was really good. I've never had so many consistently bounce back like that.
That's a lot of fun. This looks like a fun fight. And then
it is when it goes right.
Yeah, when it's sure. This is the guy that stole your halo, is it not? Or is this not?
Yeah, he stole my donuts. He's wearing the donut.
What a turd! Don't do that to me. Don't take my donut and then try to kill me while you're wearing it. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna deflect all your things back at you, and I'm gonna take it back while you throw a tantrum.
Camera. All right.
That's delightful.
The camera's a fun time sometimes.
I noticed your plushie is on fire again.
Yep. We need that extra deeps.
And it helps. It doesn't even matter if we're in hell and maybe this person lives in fire. It doesn't matter. Hurts you more. Sword. The sword comes out. I don't know why the sword comes out now. I feel like the sword is the first move, and then the
Demon Lord isn't
projectiles.
very fat anymore either, as we can see.
You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That was unfortunate timing.
I love that it has like a mech moveset. That's what I'm getting from this. Is that this is like this Demon Lord wishes that they were a mech, which I mean, same. To be
I don't know
honest
how
with
he
you.
missed that attack on me. I was like right in his face, but I will take it because that's not a good attack to see if it connects. I'm behind you. What are you gonna do about it?
Nothing.
I'm going through your legs. Oh, you
Why
got
are you hitting yourself, Demon Lord?
Yeah, his sword smacks also light up the ground occasionally, so I'm using that to get the plushie back on fire.
Oh, perfect.
Multi-phase boss fight as well.
Ooh.
Sleeping bag, since you're a little bit low on HP. But I mean, I'm not used to also having this much of a buffer on HP with those upgrades. So I mean, it does
Right,
feel kind of
right.
nice. I am temporarily on fire. I am not.
Bonk.
Meteor, jump that.
Is it a meteor
Alright.
if you're carrying it?
I don't know. I just call it a meteor
I
because
think
it's
it's not
like looks
being a meteor,
exactly
it's
like the
like being a
ones
rock.
earlier. Yeah.
That's just a rock.
I think he was probably the one throwing them at me when I was in Meteor Valley.
No, I think you're
Um,
right. I think you're right. That's probably true. This person seems...
All right,
Seems
now,
like they
now we
got a
get the
little thing
funny
against
business
you.
moves. Now he's gonna go do some really funny business.
This is wild. This is wild. You're spinning through the ground, my friend.
He Demon Lord can also like go out of bounds. So if anybody's gonna glitch, more likely to be him or some of the other bosses, which is really really funny.
Count if the enemy is glitching? That's unfortunate.
This is where having, stamina really hurts. Alright, that could have been bad, but again, that HP buffer really saved me there with the
Nice.
extra upgrades.
Well, having a little extra junk in the trunk.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Dodge that and deflect these. There we go.
Nice deflection. All
Yeah,
the way
it kind
down.
of switches up a little bit. Alright, that's the end of the boss fight.
Got him.
Switch back to the bunny so we're ready for the next stage. And, oops, I died. What? Okay, alright, I guess we'll have to redo that fight. Okay, maybe not. Alright, what's going on? Alright, so this is pineapple, as you can see by the hair clip. Out of the twin sisters is watermelon and pineapple, and you can tell the difference because they're twins by the hair clip during those little cutscenes. We didn't talk about that earlier, but
True.
now would
There
be
are
an
twins.
important time to mention it.
Yeah. Also, fruit. I like the fruit because I like both watermelon and pineapple. They're tasty fruits.
Not on pizza, right?
Not personally for me, but if someone were to do that, I'd say more power to you. Just don't make me do it.
Yeah. Alright,
Watermelon on pizza, however,
funny
delicious.
cutscene. We're gonna laugh and be sad at the same time, but Motos, take it away.
Okay, well, so despite what you've been seeing on screen during this run, this is No Glitches Allowed 2026. We're an annual charity event featuring speedruns that rely more on execution of intended mechanics rather than game-breaking glitches. Once again, despite what you've been seeing on screen during this run, the boss glitching doesn't count. And we're live through Sunday, so we're raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And if you'd like to donate, we have a link there in the chat. And also, I'll get the schedule in the chat as well.
It's a delightful cause. I love rescuing animals. Rescuing animals is a good idea.
We're out of hell now.
We're out of hell. We did it. We're in Plushie Town, which is not hell.
Anywhere but the red deeps of the underworld, I'm okay with. Alright, so we get the wide attack ability, which is fun. You can do that while you're sprinting. And that allows us to bump, kind of like bounce off balloons, which is fun. And now we're going to split Plushie and Plushie violence, which is.
So did you not have
sporadic,
access to that prior to this?
No. This is a new
okay.
ability that we got here. Sporadic really enjoys this section of the game, if they were here. Our lovely other hosts we had the other day. Yeah, I'm still gimped on stamina, unfortunately, so I have to wait for a little bit of stamina recharge so I can beat up this other elephant with an elephant.
Sometimes you gotta wait to beat up an elephant with an elephant.
But yeah, so that's done. Gain a bit of experience, we level up. Normally in the 80%, we'd probably be like approaching our max level of finishing a run, which is usually like ending the run between 3 and 4. So as a big difference between the glitchless versus the 80%. I mean, arguably the difficulty, depending on the route that you do and the category, again, has its trade-offs, both good and bad. And I still want at least one more stamina upgrade, so I'm gonna hit this extra chest, and we didn't get it. But the shot upgrades are helpful. So at this point,
Just not health. Yeah.
let's not fall. So I will go onto the bridge, so I can avoid getting yeeted by the train that is going by. And with the 8 levels in speed, you can see how much faster we're gaining speed over the course of the run, and having that stamina really, really helps. I'm gonna go under this bridge so we don't get eaten by a train as well. Normally you have to ride a spinny disc across and recharge the batteries that you see, but we're speedrunners, and
We don't need that.
we have other movement tech that Fishwind gave us at the beginning of the game, so we'll take advantage of the in-game mechanics for that. I need keys to open the way into the next part of the stage. I need to beat up this, I don't know what you call this, a rocking horse or something?
Rocking horse. Yeah, like a rocking horse, I think is a good term for that.
Yeah, you can pop oops out a key. I'm gonna grab that, put that in there, grab this other key. These keys can be in somewhat different spots every time except for that first key, and then down we go. There is a back door to this getting into this next part of the stage, but obviously we're doing glitchless, so we don't do that. All right, we actually get to see a lot more of this stage compared to normal, so.
I'm excited. I like the stage. I love how different every stage looks.
Yeah,
There's
every
an
stage's got a
actual-
unique theme and stuff
Like a
with it.
complete. They don't reuse a lot of things. It's very cool. This is
We also get
puzzle
to do
pieces and-
mechanics that the 90% doesn't get to do, which is the opening and closing of switches with the plushie using as a stopper.
Neato.
Alright, we're gonna climb these staircases, just move them a little bit so it makes it easier.
Whoa.
See, this is why I said, like, I really need more stamina.
True.
Um, Safety save there. Keep the speed here. We're gonna open this up. Also, I have... probably shouldn't have done that. Okay. Well,
Huh?
I glitched the game, don't worry about it. This is why we make that safety save. Because, you know, it's plushy, it's got jank. So, I'm used to most of what it can throw at me. So anyway, we've got to start the crushers so we can get under them and call back our plushie. So that's a new mechanic we picked up in this stage. We need to beat up these little monkeys that are chasing us for the keys. Come on, monkeys.
Come out of the ground, monkeys.
Where's the third one? Here you are. Okay, and I'm gonna bring these keys down there. And the last one.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Yeah, you don't get to see much of Plushie Factory in the 80%, so this is all new to you, Exy.
No, this is delightful. I love this. I like a good factory level.
Yeah, those are all plushies are made. We're gonna hit this with our bare hands a little bit, and kind of line these up, make it easier to get up. Perfect.
It's also cool how different, not only the design, but the platforming is from level to level. The actual different mechanics. Oh,
That was a really silly mistake to do that. I was trying to time it to save a little time there, but it almost costed me time.
you almost got bothered.
Yeah, I almost put myself into the abyss, and well, fix that because I don't
There's
want to
one
be...
thing I know about abysses. You should not put yourself in them.
Yeah, there is a really low hanging death plane there, so you don't really want to fall down.
I hate a death plane.
This is the spinny thing I was talking about. We actually have to ride this up.
This is cool. I like this a lot. I like it.
Yeah, it's an interesting time that we get to use it like the one time in the run because we skip all the other sections that normally you would do it. Yeah, this, like I said, the run really picks up moment. Okay, stamina. Yeah, stamina definitely being my worst enemy in this run so far.
Yeah.
Alright, and then we get on the big elevator. I'm gonna switch to the pufferfish because pufferfish is fast, and it's gonna be the most used weapon for the rest of the run, basically, if you want to kind of kill people in with
Why
that.
do I have a sense of impending dread? What is this feeling I'm feeling? RE elevators.
Lots of shots. Okay.
All right, shots. You're not stamina, but that's okay. Maybe.
I mean, it'll be helpful for the upcoming bosses.
We would like you to be stamina.
Yeah. Alright, Hexy, you want to explain why I call this section War of the Worlds before we actually start seeing it?
I want to explain that there's a lot going on in terms of we've got the horses coming back, and they're getting a lot more aggressive. And as far as to your question, I don't exactly know specifically, but I suspect that I will know very soon.
Yeah, once we deal with these horses, we'll see.
I'm sure I will have a moment of clarity.
Alright, swap to Bunny again so you can get back that movement speed and stamina
I
bonus.
love that you can throw the keys into the lock. It's delightful.
Yeah, it's very nice when it works.
Okay, yeah. This is gonna get wild.
Yeah, it just gets weird from here. Also, that's the Dark Souls bunny. Yeah. If we actually fight him, you would know why. He just could. Yeah, we're not gonna fight him. Don't worry though. So we reallocate back into damage for range, and that is to do this whole next upcoming section.
Right, which is quite literally War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Plushies are going to war against the aliens that we didn't really talk about, that never existed.
You know, sometimes it's aliens.
Well, lots going on. Anyways, we're now allied with the Plushies, and we're going to war.
Yeah. I mean, does that mean we've been drafted? Is this a conscription kind of thing?
I don't think we have a
If they're
choice.
shooting at you, then you're at war, even if you don't want to be shot at.
I mean, the aliens aren't very friendly, it seems, and we'll learn more about that in a short bit here.
My theory holds because that alien has an appropriate number of legs and does not scare me as much as the cactus did.
Alright, so we need to break the tripod there so we can get the battery. And then we need that to power up the giant space elevator that runs off key power.
This is my feeling of dread is intensifying.
Alright, so this is the auto-scroller section from here forward for a bit until we finish the stage. So, Modos, until the boss shows up, you have the floor with Exy.
Okay, well, I've got to mention that we do still have the bid war open for Lego Racers. That gives you the options of the default Joan of Cart, Robo Racer, Scooter, or Turbocharger. Currently, Scooter's in the lead with $50, but no money on any of the other choices yet. So you have a chance to really make that bid war interesting. That's a few runs from now. And we're about $320 away from hitting a milestone for the event, which will allow us to add on some super boss fights at the end of the Sekiro run, which is later tonight. Just wanted to mention those coming up. When you put your donation in, scroll down to the bottom and there'll be a spot to drop down and add to your incentive of your choice on the Lego Racers bid war.
Chat, help me out here. Give me Jonah Cart, please. You know it's the right choice. You know it's the thing that we should be having is Jonah Cart.
Where is he?
Give me Jonah Cart, and then
There
also
he is.
get ready because we're about to do some business here.
All right. Yeah, so we had some mechanics going on there. Exy, you want to kind of fill us in if you remember most of what was going on during the auto-scrolling?
I remember being terrified by most of this sequence, and right now we got a big disc boy shooting thingies at us, but it's about to be a little more personal than that. And
we got
there's
a
about
boss
to be
coming up.
there's about to be some stomping that happens, and I remember not liking it. So we'll see in which ways specifically I don't like it, because I'll be sure to tell you. I think this is the thing I came up with a content warning for.
Yeah,
It's maybe just for me. And I'll let you know when that happens. It'll be pretty clear. Oh, yep.
It's Alan Key.
It's tentacles and feets. Content warning for feets. That's my content warning.
You know,
Yeah.
before you mentioned it, back when I did this run for the first time in an event, like I had not thought and paid attention to that, and thank you for opening my eyes
It
to those
terrifies
horrors.
me. Tentacles shouldn't have feet. I just don't think that they should. And also, things with too many feet terrify me. I need to talk to my therapist maybe about that, but that's a separate thing. This is the Alien King. I don't think related to the Troll King, but I don't know if we know for sure, but I suspect not.
No.
And the Alien King has arrived to, I guess, conquer the plushies, which is unfortunate because we can't have that.
Yeah, we saw in a bit in the War of the Worlds cutscene they were getting sucked up by the tripods and UFOs to be brought to the mothership, so we're gonna have to do something about that.
Probably for experiments. Aliens always be experimenting. No, don't do that.
Yeah, and this boss.
If you want to know, just ask us. We'll tell you.
Very RNG with the moveset, so we just allocate to range, which is like the easiest way to do tons of damage. If we got those shot upgrades, which we do, so we don't have to recharge as much for the lack of stamina, because recharging requires melee hits. And we rely on some of the cage drops of the trapped ghosts, so we can take advantage of those and throw back some of the keys as well for that extra beefy damage.
I love throwing the key at him and it just bonk.
Yeah, the bonking is pretty fun. All right. Good.
Also, this
We're
king
done with
has a
that.
crown, so we know for sure.
All right. Fun part, kind of not, because this costed me quite a bit of time in that pat run that we did a year ago almost.
Yeah, but it's delightful to watch because you get flattened against the elevator. It's very
Yeah,
funny.
we got some incredible G-forces going on here, and I have to dodge these keys that are now exploding, and it's random the pattern that they explode into on the ground, as we can see here, so I'm just trying to not fall through the floor of the elevator.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Nice.
That was about the most painless for, transition into the next stage as possible. That being said, we are coming up near the end of the run now.
Ooh.
We have just this next stage to go, so I will fill us in when we get a little bit closer to the end of the run, but this is the final stage coming up.
Are you following the story, chat? Do you know what's going on? Can you get it back to us? Can you give us a little recap?
This game's such a fever dream.
It's delightful. I love it.
Also, I don't know if you've been paying attention to these sequences where we wake up from the bed, but you can see there's some like code going in the background and things happening. I believe, to my understanding, that is legitimate game code running in the background.
That is so cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I love stuff like that.
Even if it's just an aesthetic thing, it looks really cool. So
Yeah, and why not use the actual thing?
I will give an
All
update
right.
here, Exy. You have some supporters in chat. We have a $25 donation from Anonymous that just says, Joan of Cart needs your help. That puts Joan of Cart within $25 of Scooter. So this bid war is heating up. Get your donations in for that if you want to see a different character other than Scooter for LEGO Racers.
Thank you so much, Anonymous. You really warmed my heart. We're gonna get there. Joan of Cart. Just the best.
yeah. All right, we have arrived
the
at
space
the space station. Yeah, space station time. All right. I need to sleeping bag because we start with low HP coming here, and
We're
now we
still
get to be flat.
Are we flat?
Yeah, we're flat for a little bit. We'll
Ooh,
be
wow.
fixed. Unlike the 90% where we'd be flat for a while longer, we get to be fixed in a moment once I get digitized.
Sweet. With a disco ball. As you do. That's what disco balls are for.
Yeah.
They're an analog to digital converter. We
Yeah.
know this.
So now in the mothership, we'll see that there's caged plushies and stuff everywhere, and yeah. I mean, we're gonna free this guy here, just because he's near a ghost friend that we're gonna use. And then I'm gonna charge up this plushie, throw it against the ground, and then we're gonna beat up the tripod because I need that battery he has. Where'd he go? Hello.
Oh,
There
he's
we
fighting
go.
back. He's
Yeah,
smacking
yeah.
back.
The laser is incredibly difficult to dodge, unfortunately, because it does like a big sweep and has a lot larger of a hitbox than it appears. So at this point in the run, compared to any percent, we'd be level 4. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't feel like it makes a big difference, but with the way the stat allocation works, it can swing left or right. But because normal requires more about your upgrades than it is about the stat allocations. The extra levels, while it is nice, doesn't really help speed up the run as much. Yeah, so now we have a section. We're gonna break the alien computers here, stop them from doing their evil deeds here with whatever's going on. We're gonna beat up the computers. Plushie, the puffer plushie, which we didn't really talk too much, but we've seen it in action, shoots 3 bullets at once, which is why we use it, because it's 3 times the damage. So it's kind of why it's the most reliable plushie for the rest of the run when we get it. Also,
Also, maybe the cutest.
Okay, all right. Fatal system error. Tech, I think we have an issue. Let me help you. I'm helping
broken.
solve the tech issues. Don't worry.
It's broken.
We can get the run going in a moment. We just gotta deal with some blue
Hey,
screens here.
We said it's no glitches allowed. That's the name of the event.
Well,
Mash, your staff for this event. How did you let this happen?
I wasn't on GC. I have no control over what was put into the event. So you can blame Games Committee if anybody's to blame. I just enjoyed this game.
is it still a glitch if it's scripted?
Is that scripted?
Was that scripted? Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to. Let's not. Don't peek behind the curtain, chat. There's no one back here.
I mean, this game is very, very fun and very jank. I mean, the estimate is what it is for various reasons. Why I love running this game. I think originally when I had submitted it over there, the estimate was like 115 initially, so the run's improved quite a bit on both fronts, 20% and glitchless. So been fun. All right, we gotta solve some more tech issues.
This is so cool.
This will be the last tech issue, and then we're going to be coming up on the final boss fight, so we're going to be getting really close to being done with the run here, so we're probably only a few minutes away from that point, as long as that boss fight goes okay.
I wish that this was really how you could solve blue screens. That would be delightful.
Like, if you just get good, you could...
If you get a gun that you can shoot it with, that's really what I want.
Yeah, and those sequences too. It might be hard to notice, but she was wearing a VR headset too, which is pretty funny.
Oh,
We'll learn a little bit more about that shortly. With the
what's that about? There's no fourth
ending credit sequence, which I'm probably the most excited about because it gives the most context to the story in some weird ways. But it always leaves you guessing what's actually happened, which is the fun part about it. But yeah, it's the final stat reallocation before the final boss. And then we're gonna swap to the puffer.
Oh wow. They're dropping keys like mad.
Yeah, all the plushies that they got on the conveyor lines that they kidnapped.
Not cool. Not cool, aliens.
So we're being in midair right now for the start of the boss fight, and our friend Alien King is back, but I think something's wrong with him. He looks a little glitchy.
Not that kind of glitch.
Yeah.
Not the bad, not the illegal
Maybe a
kind.
little under the weather, it seems.
Yeah, he's not feeling good.
Nice, that was okay. Alright, I'm gonna throw this. That missed. That's fine. Oh, yeah, give me that. Oh, or get keyed. That works too. Where'd the ghost friend go? Oh, he got hit out of the arena. That's unfortunate. Oh, there it is. Okay. Get the shots. So yeah, we allocate in the range because in this fight, the range damage is just... You can really see it sinking the damage on the boss before the health bar catches up to updating, which is part of the reason why we do that. But on top of the thing, with the Gimp stamina, the shot upgrades that we have means we have a bigger pool before we have to recharge, which is handy. And we're going to sleeping bag here for safety.
Love taking a nap in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, no way to taunt a boss better than to just take a nap in front of his
That
face.
is really serious, like, S-tier taunt.
Getting close to being done with boss fight. So far, he hasn't really done any of the weirder shenanigans. So that's good. And okay, so we just have the coming up on time here. We got some shenanigans with the desperation attack from the boss now. And then time will be coming up on the screen fade out when it goes all to white, and you'll see very soon right after we get to the credits.
Always totally cool and normal when you see an FPS counter show up.
Yeah, no, like I'm chugging right now. Like this is all happening in real time, folks. Welcome to Plushie. All right, we're losing all of the frames. I apologize, Tech. I know this looks really weird for you folks, but trust me, everything's normal. I told the tech about a safe word just in case, because, you know, when you see weird stuff with this game, I just want to make sure that they're informed in some way without spoiling it.
Delightful.
Yeah. Alright,
rules.
so we're gonna free our twin sister who was kidnapped earlier that we saw in the cutscenes, and we're gonna get into the credits. So time's gonna be coming up here once we blow up the credits, and screen fades to white. So we got Fishwin, the developer. We got our lovely helpers and designers that also assisted with a little bit of stuff, some assets that were used to make this lovely game. Our supporters and playtesters. Fox with Flames was the playtester I did that I've been talking
Shout
about
out to
working on the run
Fox,
with.
yeah.
And time.
Nice.
So that was Plushie from the Sky. So I guess we'll start doing our shoutouts during the outro cutscene here while it plays. And yeah, I just want to say thank you, Eggsy, so much for being here again for Plushie.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It was a delight.
That was a incredibly fun run. This run, I mean, it still gave me the business, but we're on normal. It's to be expected. I will never have a dislike for this game, no matter how awful it treats me sometimes. But yeah, so my name is Mash. I speedrun usually a lot of action RPGs or RPGs in general. I dabble in quite a few other various games, like shmups and things as that as well. So this fits really on par with my core games that I usually run. It's also probably the shortest of the kind of RPGs or ARPGs that I run, which is pretty fun. Incredible big thanks to Fox with Flames for helping me find a lot of interesting routing changes that I developed into the run based on some feedback and some ideas, and as well as like pushing forward the any percent version of this run to, you know, cut off like 15 minutes off of it, which is incredible feat. That we didn't unfortunately get to see that stuff, but it's really cool regardless. And Fishwind, who made this game, you're incredibly supportive. You've been very hyped about the fact that people are playing and enjoying your game more, and no less speedrunning it. So if you get a chance to watch this run, thank you again for making such a wonderful game. I look forward to whatever game you're cooking up and going to be announcing going into the new year. So that is something that I was allowed to share. I can't say any more about it. We'll have to wait for the announcement, and then I can share hopefully a bit closer to if I ever get a chance to show this game again. So, but yeah, you can follow me on Twitch to EZ0Mash. I don't stream a whole lot. I'm usually involved in a lot of events like Noga, but I am around always doing stuff and have a good time doing tech and other volunteer roles. So highly recommend supporting the cause and donating and all this awesome stuff like Motos and Exy, who volunteered for Pat and things. Please do join us. Anything you'd like to add, Exy?
I would like to say thank you again for asking me to be on here. It was a delight. I love watching this game. Every time I see more that I notice that's cool about it, and this any cutscene is wild. I love it. Thanks for having me. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at XePlays, and you can find me adjacent, sometimes again adjacent to Osborne and something. Hi Osborne. Shout out to No Glitches Allowed for having me, and you can also find me hanging out at Lady Arcaders. That's where I do some stuff too. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. And that's it for us. We can go ahead and hit an intermission. And yeah, I just want to note before we do that Fishwind took months to make a lot of these cutscenes, just FYI, to the amount of work that went in. But that's it. See you for the rest of the marathon.
Thanks again, Mash and Exy. That was a really good run. It was really enjoyable. I'm glad to have seen this. I've never seen this game before. Very cool.
It's bonkers. It's so bonkers.
So good.
And thank you for also mentioning volunteering. If you'd like to help with future events, Noga is accepting volunteer application before the events every time, and they usually run alongside the game submissions. Keep an eye on the Blue Sky and the Discord for the event. If you're not in it, we will get a link in chat here. And you know, you can host live like I am here. It was a good process, and the host coordinators for the event made it very easy, I will say, so I'll give them a shout out on that. If you're looking for volunteer for a first time, this is a good event to do, and they're happy to help you, get some experience hosting an event like this or doing any of the other volunteer roles, in fact. Now, that is going to be it for me until tomorrow, but No Glitches Allowed is continuing. We have an interview for Kingdom Hearts 2 with IBA and Double Edui. So, and the next host you're going to hear is going to be Feminine Eminem. Always a mouthful. Sorry, feminine. So I'll see you all around. Keep watching for more No Glitches Allowed.